I wanted to make a video to show this very cheap hack that I have for mounting the foil drive onto my board for the first time. I think a lot of people know the frustration of trying to get the track nuts lined up with the screws through the foil drive in your mast, and it can take some fidgeting to get them in the right place before you pack in your foam. So I came up with this hack, and it's hopefully something that can help a lot of people. Certainly was trying to explain it to my friend, and he asked me to just make a video, so we'll give it a try. Here we go. So the key to this technique is this extra long M6 threaded dowel. I got a set of at least 4 of these for less than $7. It doesn't matter what metal it is, it's just for setup. So, but you just want to make sure that it's long enough to stick out past your foil drive. So here it is compared to the foil drive screws, which are 80 millimeters long. This is 120 millimeters, but so long as you can grip it, the technique will work. And you just have to make sure the threads are the same as what you're using. So these are M6 threads. To get started, you take the threaded dowel and put it into the track nut where the bolt would normally go. And you just want to make sure you don't put it through so far that the track nut won't be able to move in the track once you insert it. And you basically get the track nut close to where you need it to be. This is how that looks with all 4 of the dowels in place and the locking screws on either side. From here, you need to get the track nuts where you want them. So eyeball it with the mast and get them close to where you need them to be. There. And then you put your mast on. And from here you can fine tune where you want your mast to be. It's still a little mobile. You can walk the nuts back and forth a little bit, but it does help to have them generally where you need them to be. And then from here, you want to turn the dowel so that it engages through the track nut into the bottom of the track, lifting the nut up so that it is somewhat secured in place. So you just turn these finger tight, give them a little jiggle, make sure they're going in straight up and down. And once they're finger tight and you can feel that nut engage with the track, it should be tight enough to where you can take your mast off and they're not going to be moving around too much in there. So they're slightly secure. They're still able to move if you knock them around. So you have to be just gentle when you take your mast off and leave these posts sticking up. And then from here, you can go ahead and tighten the locking screws in the track nuts. You want to be gentle because they still can move, even though these rods, these threaded rods, are through the bottom of the nut and holding things securely. It's not bomb-proof. So just gently keeping the nuts in their position, lock down that locking screw. And those nuts are now quite secure, so you can go ahead and pack in the track foam. So with the nuts locked down with the locking screws, they should be reasonably secure. I'd recommend backing these dowels out just a few turns so they come out more easily later. But they're still holding their positions in the nuts. And then you can put your foil drive on. Get it where you want it, and then put the mast over that. So at this point, we know that the nuts are still attached to the bottom of each of these dowels. And what I do is I remove the dowels one at a time. And after each one, I'll put in my mounting bolt. And with the locking screw engaged at the bottom, I know that the nut isn't going to move significantly. And I can feel it engage. And I feel it engaging there, so I could just start to swap these out and tighten them down. With all of these bolts started and engaged, I can tell each one is engaged and ready to be tightened down. So I can final tighten these. Okay, those are all tightened down, and I can see it's definitely secure on my board there. And what's nice is that I can use the flat hardware for mounting, and I don't have that drag or sharp edges underneath my board. It's a nice low profile system to use the kind of native bolts. And yeah, I'll include some links to the threaded dowels that I was able to pick up, and hopefully you can adapt this for your own ride.